Hello everyone, and welcome to the MIMIC Simulator SNMP v3 demonstration. I am going to demonstrate some SNMP v3 configurations and the creation of faulty scenarios using the MIMIC Simulator and an NMS application. This is the MIMIC Simulator's graphical user interface called MIMIC View. You can see in the main canvas area we have many SNMP and SNMP v3 simulated devices running in MIMIC. Each of them have their own live IP address. This means they can be pinged and respond to SNMP v3 queries from a network management system. The green icons indicate a running device, and the red icon indicate a stop device. All of these devices are configured by default to reply to SNMP v3 queries, so they are ready to be managed using your NMS application like Enterpol. Let's look at the default SNMP v3 configuration. For that, we simply click on a stopped simulated device, and then from the speed bar, we click on the Configure button. This is the basic configuration where you can enter any IPv4 or IPv6 address for any subnet, as well as community strings. For SNMP v3 configurations, just click on the Advanced tab. In the Protocols region, you will see various protocols already enabled for this device. To add SNMP v3 protocol, you simply click on the checkbox adjacent to SNMP v3. Observe for the SNMP v3 configuration tab. The SNMP v3 tab allows you to assign custom database configurations for the SNMP v3 protocol, including specific SNMP engine IDs as well as context engine IDs. We shall use the default values. Once the agent is started, it is ready to respond to SNMP v3 queries from an NMS. Now that we have the simulated network, let's see how this is viewed from an NMS. In this case, we will use SNMP Research Enterpol. You can see that the simulated network is already discovered by Enterpol's network map and has created the topology view, just like a real network. Typically, to access these devices using SNMP v3, you need to configure users who are authorized to do so. For example, from the command prompt, I will perform an SNMP v3 get on the device at 10.5.09, where the USM username MySNMPv3 is not authorized. Here you can see the SNMP get for version 3 with the USM username MySNMPv3. Of course, this username is not authorized for the simulated device running at 10.5.09. We will attempt to get the information from object syslocation. We hit enter, and we see the errored response. Let's take a look at the USM entry table associated with the simulated device at 10.5.09 by launching the ValueSpace browser. To do this, we just click on the simulated device at 10.5.09 as we've done here, and then from the speed bar we click on the Values button. MIMIC allows you to customize a running basic simulation by manipulating values returned by objects in the value space for the selected device. On the left pane we have a MIB browser, and we will scroll down to the USM user table, specifically the USM user security name. On the right side displays a table with all the instances of an object as rows. The columns list the variables in the value space with their value. A quick inspection shows the USM username MySNMPv3 is not configured, hence we get the v3 get error. Let's add this new USM user to the device. We can do this using Enterpol. Simply right mouse click on the device icon at 10.5.09 and then select the SNMP v3 wizard. From the wizard Create SNMP v3 USM User, enter the new USM username. and then commit the update. Now this added a new USM user in the NMS and also updated the SNMPv3 USM and VACM database associated with the simulated device. We can perform a quick inspection of the SNMP agent running at 10.5.09. Back at the value space browser, we can refresh the USM security name, and on the right side you see the addition of the row and the USM user my SNMPv3. Back at the command prompt, we will repeat the SNMP get version 3 for the new USM username my SNMPv3 for the target at 10.5.09. We hit enter and we should see a favorable response, and we do. Now let's see what happens if we delete this user. Again, from Enterpol's network map, we will right mouse click on the simulated device running in MIMIC or the device icon in the network map and select the SNMPv3 wizard. From the wizard configure SNMPv3 USM user, you can see the table of all the authorized USM users associated with the simulated device at address 10.5.09, including my SNMPv3 USM username we've just added. Except now we want to delete it. With the USM name deleted from the NMS, we can go back to MIMIC, back to the value space browser. We will refresh the values table for object USM user security name and observe that the row or the instance for the my SNMPv3 USM username has been removed. And now back at the command prompt, if we repeat the SNMP get version 3 for that USM username, we should get an errored response. And we do. Now this shows how you can configure USM users and test the configuration using the MIMIC simulator. Thanks for watching.